And Beth joins me now from the Southern DC3 Charitable Trust, which is a wonderful trust. Beth, it's lovely to see you again. How are you?
Lovely. I'm well, thank you, Megan. It's lovely to be back. I can't believe it's been a whole year since we last spoke.
I know, it flies by, doesn't it? Literally. You had a big event in the weekend with Cora.
We did, yes. We were involved with some of the New Zealand cabin crew who put on an event called Cabin Frenzy, and it was an art auction, and the DC3 was the centre of attraction, and it was an absolutely wonderful evening. And we had a fashion parade out of the DC3 of all the Air New Zealand uniforms through the ages.
Oh my goodness, that would be great.
And one very brave flight attendant from Auckland was body painted. All she was wearing was a G-string, and it was a very cold night in the hangar, but she did very well.
But how wonderful to see those uniforms throughout the ages.
Oh, it was such a blast from the past. It was such a nostalgia trip. It was wonderful.
That's the really wonderful thing also about the Southern DC3, is to get involved with things like that. You're continually helping other organisations, aren't you?
Well, indeed we are. You know, it was part of one of the missions of the Trust when it was first set up, you know, initially to save the aircraft for the, you know, in perpetuity gift it to the Ashburton Aviation Museum so that all New Zealanders could experience a slice of history of New Zealand aviation, but also to give back to the community.
Great, and you're doing such a wonderful job with that. We have to say a big congratulations on the Heritage Tourism Award. Well done.
That was so exciting. We were just absolutely blessed because there's been so much hard work over the last 4 years, and to have it recognised in such a wonderful way, the inaugural Christchurch Heritage Awards, and then to win the Heritage Tourism Award was just absolutely wonderful because there's been such a lot of hard work by a lot of people.
And it's great recognition, isn't it? And I know that the judges were just astounded by the work that you do.
They were really rapt with the fact that there were so many people committed to providing something into the future as well, not just right now.
That's right, and we can see there is the award. Oops,
gorgeous.
We've missed it, but here we are. We're back in the year again.
Yep.
Now, tell me about the 75th anniversary.
Well, that's really exciting. On the 17th of December is the 75th anniversary of the first flight of a DC3 prototype. So it's obviously been a little bit amended along the way, but it was only 32 years after the first Wright brothers flight. So phenomenal, really, that so quickly after flight was invented, I guess, that the DC3 prototype came into being and now has served so many purposes over the years.
So is there any special events and things happening for the anniversary?
Well, we are. We're going to actually have a special flight on that day, which has been purchased by Air New Zealand, and they're going to put some of their quake-affected staff onto it. So it's just a really neat way of recognising that important anniversary.
That's absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
It is. So,
wow. I can't believe it's 75 years.
I know. And the DC3 has been voted by Flight Magazine as the most valuable aircraft of the century, and as by Discovery Channel as most valuable aircraft of all time, because it's so versatile. It's served in theatres of war, it's done top dressing, it's done passenger flights, variety of different, you know, modes of transport for different reasons.
And the one that we luckily have here is one of two in New Zealand,
Indeed,
is that right?
Yes, ours is the only South Island based one, and as you say, only two left in New Zealand. So the North Island one is based in Ardmore, DAK. Ours is called Amy, AMY.
That's right.
Yeah, so she very much belongs to the people of primarily Christchurch and Canterbury, but also, you know, the wider South Island. We take her on tour every other year, which we did again earlier this year. We visited 44 towns, did 34 towns, 44 rides, and over 4,000 passengers over the space of 8 weeks.
So can you tell us just quickly, Beth, how we came to have her here?
To have her in Christchurch. David Horsburgh, an Airbus captain, found out that she was about to be sold overseas, and he thought, we can't let this happen. This is a slice of our aviation history. We've got to keep her in New Zealand. So he was teaching Richie McCall to fly at the time, and he said, Richie, if I set up this trust, will you come on board as a patron? And Richie said, I'd be delighted to. And he loves flying her, and we get him on there as much as we can amongst his busy schedule. There he is in the cockpit, yes. And he's a very good flyer, actually. I was just saying to Donna that he's a good pilot, very good manipulator of the controls.
So that's not just him sitting there, he actually does pilot it?
That's correct, yes. The captain seat's on the left and he's sitting there in the co-pilot seat. He's not allowed to fly it when there's fare-paying passengers on board because he doesn't have his commercial pilot's licence yet, but he can fly crew and friends and family.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just obviously evolved since then to become what it is today, which is award-winning, as we've just found out. You can get DC3 gift vouchers as well.
Yes, you can, and that's this time the year starts to get really busy because everyone thinks, what can I get for the person that has everything? And we say a DC3 flight voucher, and in fact Donna's mum came 10 years ago and is still talking about the experience. It's a really unique opportunity, and when people come on the plane they can actually wander up into the cockpit and talk to the pilots while they're flying, which you can't do anywhere else in the world. We don't actually have a door in our cockpit, and so gift vouchers are wonderful and they don't expire. So somebody could buy it now for Christmas and someone can use it whenever it suits them. They don't have to use it by a particular date.
That's fantastic to know too. Yeah. And so the next flight is Sunday the 5th of December, is that right?
It is indeed. We've got Sunday the 5th and then the 19th, and those are the last 2 scenic flights, unless we get a huge demand before the end of the year. Plus, we'll of course have our Air New Zealand commemoration, you know, the flight commemorating the 75th anniversary with the Air New Zealand staff.
And I know air shows, that's a big part of your calendar too, isn't it?
Indeed it is. We've got 2 air shows next year. We'll be going to Wings over Wairarapa in January, and then also in Omaka to classic fighters. So of course every Easter there's opposite years there's 2 different air shows. So we've had Warbirds over Wanaka this year, and
that was very successful, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went down 3 times, you know, 3 days return flights each day, and so we do packages that include the return airfares, the in-flight catering, and then folks don't have to worry about transfers. They just get on the plane, get off at the air show and enjoy the day, and then we take them home when they're tired and excited after a busy day.
But what a wonderful way to experience the air show actually in the DC3 flying there.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a buzz to arrive and see all the people on the ground and all the cameras going mad photographing who are landing. And the Wings over Wairarapa one will be quite cool because there's a lot of Peter Jackson's classic aircraft collection will be featured there. So it'll be very exciting.
Too,
he is. He's massive.
Now, I have to say a big thank you, Beth, because the team at the Charitable Trust have given us a flight to give away to some lucky CTV viewers. So I'm holding the special ticket in my hand, but to enter, all you have to do is name the patron of the Southern DC3 Charitable Trust. And we've spoken quite a bit about him, so hopefully you've got that down pat. And just phone through and enter, and we'll make the draw for this on Friday. So the phone number is 03 3777 033, and just name the current patron. Very famous man he is too. Beth, thank you very much. It's been wonderful to catch up with you again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck for the next year or so. No, it's going to be busy, very hectic indeed.